Most people would be very surprised knowing how prevalent congenital heart disease is in the population. It's estimated 1 to 2% of children born have some form of congenital heart disease.
I don't think many people realize how many of us there are. I wasn't expecting there to be as many kids at the camp as there were. And there's many more kids that also have heart disorders that aren't here.
A lot of these kids live in communities where they might be the only one, or they might think that they're the only one with heart problems. And when they go to swimming lessons and they have the scar, or they go to soccer and they can't quite keep up with the other kids, they're the anomaly.
I couldn't keep up with soccer, hockey, and all those other fun sports that we play. Coming to CHAMPS camp was really cool because I didn't know how many kids had so many problems with their heart. I thought, I was like the only one, but then I learned that I'm not the only one.
CHAMPS camp is a great way for these kids to meet kids with the same condition or similar conditions and form a peer group so that they enjoy physical activity. They want to stay active as they grow up, and that will help prevent other things from happening later on in life.
Good work, Carly.
The camp came out of necessity because I had a child who had heart problems, and being a nurse who worked with cardiac patients, I kind of knew there was an adult rehab program, and I thought, well, why isn't there a rehab program for kids?
We wanted to do cardiac rehab in a way that would be fun and engaging for children, so they wouldn't feel like they were in some sort of a program because they had a heart condition. So we came up with a summer camp style program where they do different physical activities, nutrition sessions, and sessions with a child clinical psychologist. And the whole hope is that at the end of the week that they will feel more confident about the different types of activities that they can do, when they should stop, but when they can push themselves a little bit harder.
I'm scared. I am really scared.
I was kind of worried, like, oh, what if I do something wrong? But I'm more confident now that I know, like, I'm not alone.
So if the kids can know their own limitations, then when they go back into their other settings with their friends who don't have these types of conditions, they're able to confidently say, no, I know I can do this.
What's wonderful about this is that it allows us to piggyback onto that, a research program where we can do our baseline assessments with the kids, looking at their cardiovascular health, their bone health and their growth, and their psychological health. It's important to stress that it's entirely voluntary. The children don't have to participate in the research. That's not a requirement. There's also potential that this could be a model that could be used right across Canada.
Beyond the positive health impacts that I believe that we're having on these children, the social network that they're being able to create is a huge advantage for these kids moving through their lives. We really want to create a sustainable program that children can keep coming to year after year, and that they can keep accessing this as they grow older.
When my son was born, they weren't talking about adult life. And here we are today, he is an adult. So it's so important for these kids to exercise when they're young, because if they are going to grow into adulthood, they need to be healthy adults in every other sense.
At the end of the day, when we were swimming and everyone's looking at each other's scars, and it was like just an amazing feature. We all thought it was so cool. It was just crazy to see other people like that have a scar like me. And it made me feel so happy.
Transitioning into the adult cardiac world is quite a bit different than being in the pediatric cardiac world. CHAMPS camp is going to prepare our kids to be able to look after themselves as they grow into adulthood, to be able to manage their health, manage their nutrition, their exercise, and to give them the confidence that they can do anything that they want to do.